Tonight's forecast is sponsored by Ashbrook Audiology, where relationships matter.
It's good to have you with us here on this Thursday. I hope you're doing well and getting ready for the weekend once again. It's an exciting weekend, and this time around, I do believe we're going to actually see some accumulating snow, but I don't want to get your hopes up thinking we're going to see a big snowstorm like we saw about 2 weeks ago, right around the Martin Luther King holiday. So that was pretty exciting for a lot of people. In some areas, you know, we're having a hard time for a while because what was happening with that storm, the cold air was here for more than a long of a period of time, and that is that snow just continued to refreeze over and over and over. And thanks to our warming up in the afternoons, we're able to get most of that ice and snow melted real quickly. Now we're going to be doing this over again. Cold air is not going to be here as long. Winter storms likely. Cold air is in place at this point in time, so that's going to be the key factor with those two. We have a cold front. We have a low off the coast of the eastern part of the United States. You've been probably hearing about this bomb cyclone or a nor'easter, as folks are going to be seeing a heavy snow. We're not going to be getting that. Of course, they're expecting several feet of snow, depending on where you are. If you're along and east of the 95 corridor along the coast there towards Maine, Massachusetts, Connecticut, maybe Vermont, that's kind of inland state. But if you're along further east of that 95 corridor, you're going to most likely see some significant snowfall. Whereas folks further east and west, further west, I shall say, of the 95 corridor, you're going to see some snow, but probably not accumulating snow. That forecast will be changing, I'm sure, definitely. If not, definitely they'll have an answer tomorrow for those folks too. And of course, the main timing for this one, it's going to be mostly a Friday afternoon event. So pretty much about this time, as you're watching the evening newscast, you're going to most likely going to be seeing precipitation start as a little bit of rain, and then it will transition over to snow. We'll talk more about that. Most likely areas are going to see 1 to 2 inches. And again, this is our coverage area map. I want to reiterate this one more time. Not seeing a big snow event for us, but it is going to be enough to be a conversation starter, as I like to put it. And like I said, the entire area, 1 to 2 inches is what I'm expecting here for Stewart, Woolwine, the city of Martinsville, Wirtz, going up towards 220, Rocky Mount, Franklin County area. We're the most likely going to see of course, snowfall. So in generally, it's going to be cold enough for it to stick on the ground and obviously create some travel concerns. So those folks heading up and along the 220 corridor, those who go on that route about every day, you're most likely going to see the chance of some slick conditions. So do be concerned if you're trying to do anything, especially coming home from work. We're going to keep you updated on any early decisions made by school divisions or businesses. We'll see how this plays out. Tonight, not going to be as frigid as it was this morning. Most likely, we're going to see clouds increasing overnight this evening. Our lows will be staying right around the freezing mark. So once again, we're going to be not cold, not terribly cold, but it is going to be enough just to feel the aftermath of some cold weather moving. And you're going to definitely feel it for sure. So let me break down this graphic here for you. I know it's a lot to comprehend and look at. So tomorrow morning, fine. No weather worries. Midday, still pretty looking good. Nothing to be concerned about. We'll begin to see the rain move in around 2, 3, 4 in the afternoon. Once that cold air is quickly to catch up with the precipitation, it'll make a transition over to rain to a little bit of wintry mix and end as snow. So it's going to be one of these scenarios where it's going to start out as a brief shot of a wintry mix. Yes, our high is 45, but obviously our temperatures are going to be starting to fall as that cold air is quickly catching up to the precipitation. 60% chance of that there's going to be a breeze out there also. So later in the evening, tomorrow night, we'll most likely see this change over to all snow. Temperatures are going to be, like I said, cold enough for anything that will begin to create some problems out there. So once again, do be careful if you have to head home. Obviously, it is a weekend, and many people are going to be wanting to come home and try to get off the road safely. And I do encourage, safe driving. Do take your time. And like I said, if you do need to get to the questions or so, the groceries, if you need to get in your groceries, do be sure to obviously make sure, do that in a timely manner this evening, if not tomorrow. Saturday, I'm going to do this. I did this last time. It was cold last weekend, particularly on Sunday. And so now we're going to be, or Saturday, so we're having a repeat of another cold Saturday. Partly cloudy skies. The concern with the storm coming through that since the low pressures are strengthening together, it's going to produce some wind. We're going to see some dangerously cold wind chills, most likely late Saturday night, single-digit wind chills. So again, on top of frozen precipitation, this high doesn't help out much either, right? We're struggling even to hit 30. I was debating you put 28 and 29. Some of the computer models were hinting so much colder highs. Some of the computer models are ranging right around 32, 33, but I think 30 is a good bet number to mark on that. So some of your thermometers may say colder, depending if you're in those deeper valleys in with that as well. 13, your overnight low, most definitely refreezing is going to be a concern on Sunday. We do rebound in the afternoon, a high of 40. We'll see the wind quickly diminish, not as windy in the afternoon. However, though, yeah, the overnight lows are not helping much either. Going back in the 20s, hey, Monday's looking pretty nice, 50, near 50 anyway, 48 with mostly sunny skies out there. And obviously, we're going to see clear overnight lows both Saturday night and Sunday. That will create, again, any melting that does take into play. We'll just refreeze over. But this time around, I'm not expecting a humongous multiple nights of refreezing because just to give you a heads up, looking beyond next Monday, there are some changes coming up in our pattern shift. So look like more liquid rainfall from a week from now. So we'll keep a close tab on that because temperatures, will be warm enough and temperatures will not be in the 30s and 20s at night. So that'll be some good news for us on that note. We were talking about liquid rain, mostly coming up next weekend, the first weekend of February. Tuesday, of course, is a very phenomenal holiday. We all thoroughly enjoy that. It's the Groundhog Day. Will he see a shadow or not? We'll keep you updated. If he does see a shadow, that means 6 more weeks of winter. If he doesn't see a shadow, which it is looking like right now, there looks like some cloud cover moving in, and we'll see an early spring. We'll see what happens. And by the way, the groundhog is always 50-50 every year. I'm sure you know that as well. So just keep that maybe in mind. Next Tuesday morning, you're waking up, we'll update you on the newscast. Once again, it's going to be cold Saturday. Just stay home. I just don't advise you to go out if you don't need to go out. Roads are going to be kind of on the dicey side. We'll keep you updated on road conditions this weekend, especially with it being so cold. And wind chills at night are going to be in the mid to low single digits. So it's going to be a frigid start to your Sunday, but we'll warm up nicely on Monday. That's all the time I got for you. Do stick around. We have more programming coming up after this quick break.
Your BTW21 weather forecast is sponsored by Zentmeyer Chiropractic.